AWS has a service called IAM, Identity, Access, and Management. The service provides a secure, controlled access to AWS resources, meaning if I try and access any of AWS resources, IAM first is going to determine who I am through authentication. Then it has to decide what level of permission to give me through authorization. If I am a solution architect, I can grant privileges or permission to my users, to groups, to roles I may have created, to whichever resources in my AWS environment. So let me give you some key concepts and features of IAM.
Let's start with users. IAM users represent individuals or entities within your organization that need access to AWS resources. Each user has a unique set of security credentials, username and password or access keys, for authentication. Groups. Groups are collections of IAM users. Instead of attaching policies to individual users, you can attach policies to groups, making it easier to manage permissions for multiple users with similar access requirements.
Roles. IAM roles are similar to users, but they are not associated with a specific person or identity. Roles are meant to be assumed by users, services, or AWS resources, allowing them to temporarily inherit permissions. This is often used for cross-account access or granting permissions to AWS services. Policies. IAM policies are JSON documents that define permissions. Policies can be attached to users, groups, or roles to specify what actions are allowed or denied on which AWS resources. AWS provides a set of managed policies, or you can create custom policies tailored to your specific needs.
Permissions. Permissions are granted to IAM entities, users, groups, or roles through policies. IAM uses a least privilege principle, meaning entities have no permissions by default, and permissions must be explicitly granted. Multi-factor authentication, MFA. IAM supports MFA, adding an extra layer of security to user accounts. Users with MFA-enabled accounts must provide a second form of authentication, a time-based one-time password, in addition to their regular credentials.
Identity Federation. IAM allows you to integrate with your existing identity systems using Identity Federation. This enables users to sign in using their existing credentials, and you can grant temporary access to AWS resources.
If you want to know more about what you just heard, go to aws.amazon.com/IAM. Hey, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next lesson.